Hi everyone, Dion Johnson here from fedupatwork.com, and it's day 12 of my 21-day video challenge, Create a Better Work Life. And today we're talking about purpose, and purpose is one of my very favourite subjects because it's had such a powerful impact in the way that I live my life. No, so what's purpose? Well, purpose is your reason. It's the reason for something. So when we think about purpose in our life, we think about why we're doing something, the purpose for doing this or the reason for doing that. But that suggests that the purpose is linked with choice. But I've come to discover over the years that there's some purpose about us that we didn't choose and we're not going to choose because we don't have anything to do with it. It's not in our control. Let me explain what I mean. Think back to your conception. Think back, well, you can't think back, but think about your conception. So around the time of your conception, your mum had hundreds of eggs in her body that constituted, each one of those was unique and constituted half of a human being, half of a genetic makeup of a human being. And your father, every time he had an ejaculate, there were 300 million sperm that had uniquely, each one was uniquely encoded with the half of the genetic makeup of another human being. And so when you were conceived, it was because one of those hundreds of eggs met with one of those 300 million sperm to make a unique package with great good stuff all packed up in it. That's unique. That's you. If it had been any other egg or any other sperm, it would have been your brother or your sister. Think about that for a minute. Is that random to you? I've come to work out that that's not random at all. So then I think about the seed. Think about this. Can you see this little seed? It might not look like very much at the moment. It might look insignificant. You might mistake it for a bit of rubbish. But actually, inside this seed is a code for what it already is. It's already something. So in this case, I think it's an orange. It's an orange tree is in here. But you can't see the orange tree. The orange tree is already in it. Now imagine this seed going, yeah, but I don't want to be an orange. I want to be a pear tree. Well, tough. You're already an orange. You're already an orange tree. Like, we come already something that's nothing to do with us. And this is really powerful to me. The other illustration I want to tell you about is a little while ago I was in Bristol visiting with my family, and my adorable niece Brooke drew me a picture. And when she brought me the picture, she said, Auntie, I've made you a picture. And I looked at it and I said to her, Brooke, darling, this is lovely. It's a beautiful picture. Is that me and you? She said, no, Auntie. Come on, she said. That's me and my best friend, and we're in the rabbit corner playing with the rabbit. Oh, I said, yeah, I can see it now, Brooke. Now, in a million years, if I had to guess what that picture was, I would never have guessed that. Really, never have guessed it, because it didn't look like what she said it was. But actually, in order for me to get clear about what it was, I had to ask the originator of the picture to explain it. And so when I think about purpose, I get really excited because I actually found out in my own life that if I wanted to find out who I was for real, like who I was, not just who I chose to be or what I chose to do, but who I really came here to be, then I would have to check out the origins of me. Because you see, like anything, an iPhone or a dish of some kind, or anything that's been created, if you really want to know what it's for and what it's about, you need to go back to the thinking behind its creation, right? And that's what I'm encouraging you to do. Now, our ideas about where we've come from and how we were created may differ, but what I'm encouraging you today to do is to get back to get curious about what you think your origins are, how you think you came to be. Because if you think about and identify the truth of where you've come from, the mind behind your creation, now you can begin to start to understand a bit about, I'm here for this. This is who I've been created to be. This is why I'm alive. And this is a crucial, I mean, I can't tell you how crucial this has been in my development. When I identify what I call the truth about my existence, my creation, then everything seems to fall into place with that. So, you're looking to understand who you are a bit better. You're looking to understand why you're here. First thing, check out your origins. Check out what you really believe. Not what your mummy believes or what your family for generations have told you. What you really believe about how you came to be. Because I believe that when you check out your origins, that's the biggest clue that will begin to direct you into understanding who you were created to be. Now, once you are committed to that, then I also suggest that you get curious, because once you start to understand the mind behind your creation, now if you look at your world with curious eyes, you'll begin to see clues that begin to point to you being a unique person, you being someone with purpose by design. And I'm getting really excited about that because once I got these two keys into place, once I got clear on my origin and clear on being curious and being open to understanding me, then it's a process that as I go through my life, go through my days, I'm beginning to learn more and more and more about who I am. Go to your origin, get curious, and then finally be open. Be open to the notion that who you have been choosing to be maybe not in line with who you were born to be. And maybe that's the reason why you're having some conflict now in your work life, because who you are trying to be in your work life is contrary or less than who you are. You know, my favorite book about purpose says this. It says that the whole universe, the whole world, the whole earth is groaning and moaning with anticipation for you to discover who you really are. I think that's really powerful. If you are interested in discovering who you really are, like I was, then let me tell you, finding your true purpose is a game changer. Set about pursuing your real identity, your real motive for being here, and it's nothing to do with you. Find out where it came from and follow it with all your might, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.